Calling all nerds. This is More Than Dice, the podcast where we dive deep into the realms of everything nerdy. Whether you're a nerd culture connoisseur, a tabletop titan, a miniature gaming marveler, or just someone who proudly embraces their inner geek, this is the podcast for you. And now, let's get to the show.
And welcome to another episode of More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm Mizzy.
I've lost something. Oh, I'm Nessie.
You've lost your mind. You're finally getting too old. Welcome to episode 374. We're titling this Enough is Enough. This is going to be a discussion on pacing yourself or taking a break. Coming back from Adepticon made me realize that we got a lot of things going on. And not only as myself, but also as a podcast that we just need to take and kind of rein things in a bit. And so we kind of want to just talk about that because in this day and age, we're always trying to be happy and always trying to do a bunch of stuff. So we're kind of just rein it in type thing. So we're going to talk about that. Welcome, Art of Michael. Thanks for joining us. But before we get to that, we want to thank Turbo Dork for sponsoring the channel, provider of awesome metallic paints. They got a lot of cool stuff going on. They got some new colors coming pretty soon. We want to thank Eldrick Foundry for sponsoring the channel. If you want to go and get your own miniatures made, go check them out. You can do STL or a physical print. We want to thank also Tabletop Armory for sponsoring the channel, for providing awesome tabletop things, especially for carrying trays, dice trays, paint stands, you name it. They've done a lot of cool things. That tray, I got so many, our Warcrow carrier cases, we got so many people that said that was a completely awesome thing that we had. I know that they sold at least 3 or 4, so I'll check in with them. So make sure you go check them out. I need to set up a little bot for them to put their logo up there for them and Turbo Door, just in the chat on Stream Element so often. But other than that, do we have any shout outs? We haven't had any shout outs in a long time.
I have not seen any, and I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
Don't
good.
jinx it.
By I mean, yeah, I'm a lot okay with that because
Yeah.
the world is on fire and we don't need any more fires.
So other than that, Mizzy, what are you gonna drink tonight?
I have a new liquid death flavor that I am in love with. It's the strawberry terror. So I have strawberry sparkling water.
Nestor, what are you gonna drink tonight?
I got a Diet Coke here and a water to balance it out.
Gotcha. I'm having some good old fashioned coffee, straight black.
Nice.
And add some water to go with that, chase it back. Yeah. Art of Michael, it's fine. Everything is fine.
How are you? No.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be a relaxed stream. We're going to take some like mental health, like discussion type stuff going on. And like everybody says, world is kind of crazy. We don't want to stress anybody out. We're trying to make sure that everybody has a good time. So we're going to be working on models. Mizzy, what are you going to work on tonight?
I am priming my objectives that I got from Michael for Warcrow.
Which ones?
And then I've got a hand with an eyeball. And then I got these little guys. I got 4 of these. And then this little plant guy. He looked a little demonic and cute, so I figured why not?
They're going to be your Scion objective
Yeah.
markers? Gotcha.
They're gonna be my everything.
Your everything.
My everything.
Yeah, that meme is pretty much flaming dumpster fire right now.
Flaming dumpster fire down the flood. Exactly.
Everything is fine.
We're, we're
Nestor, what are you going to work
PG.
on tonight?
I'm gonna build some Scion Liberated for obviously my Scion army, and if that finishes, I have some officers here that are pending to be built as well, and I can just keep going down my Scion. I got Get Milu, the perfect one. I got the officers. Another set of officers. Do I have two officers? It's supposed to be the support box. Oops. Um.
If you get to keep that one, mail it to me.
Yeah, I will.
I
I
need
think
those.
wow, I messed that up horribly. Um. Yeah. So there's some Scion goodness going on.
There's
So
some family business around you.
Yeah.
so are you gonna concentrate on Scions next year, or I should say this year to next year?
So I'm going to do more. If I can play more Warcrow this year, I'll play more Feudum. I don't know when I'll play more Warcrow, unfortunately, because it's not. I don't know how many players are near me. I haven't spent the time to try to look, so that's on me. But I want to get Scions ready for next year. At least start painting them, start playing them. I was thinking of going to Cedar Rapids to play with the guys out there. Problem is that it's in the middle of May and I'm still prepping for daughter's graduation, Gen Con, and so on for the summer. So, yeah, it's
What
gonna be
you
a
mean
very
you're recognizing your limits like we're going to be talking about tonight?
no. Nestor doesn't have limits. He shifts focuses towards other locations. That's exactly it.
I am actually going to be working on some draw steel models. We've got these will be models that Mizzy hasn't seen yet. Also,
Nice.
I run a in-person draw steel game. We play roughly once a month.
Yeah.
And everything, but it's on a pretty good schedule, and it's been really interesting because of not only the models I've had to print, but the way the game is played. You got to have like units and such. So not huge, like 4 models, not like my 38 goblins that I had to print and make.
You didn't have to do anything,
No,
Gonzo.
they'll make a return eventually, but that was
You didn't
actually
have to print that many goblins, but you did.
But you did.
well. I mean, what's funny is for Draw Steel, when you build it based on it's kind of like a level based on how many player characters are their level, depends on how much you put on the field. But it's actually been pretty good. It actually got a lot of stuff. Michael says he's buried in terrain commission. About 12 days to finish since I lost my studio on the first. I'm sorry to hear about that, dude. That sucks. I've been thinking about pulling in for doing some painting commissions also because got to get that money in. Hopefully, job starts flowing in pretty soon. But I'm gonna work on the draw steel models, specifically 3. I'm gonna do them all in the Army Painter Speed Paint because this is not for competition. This is not for anything that I really. These things are gonna get dinged up and beat up anyway because I can use them for any game system after this. So I'm just gonna use that.
You're going to get beat up because they're going to get beat in the head by a dwarf in their shield.
No.
Yes.
So, other than that, Art Michael, if you want, post some pictures of your terrain commission in there. We don't have a problem with that. That'll be fine. But we're gonna get started on that. I'm gonna go switch the camera over to the paint cam and finish the last bit of my coffee.
I like how you finish your coffee and we didn't even do the cheers.
Oh yeah, I have water.
Dork.
I have water. We can just do that. So, all right, guys. Like usual, if you see something, say something. If you hear something, say something. Do something, because we got to look after each other. So please take care of each other. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, move the camera over that way you can see my face while I'm trying. Look at all that model sign I've got it. All right.
Yeah, these Liberated are.
That
really
is a big, beefy boy.
You got big old muscles.
And I don't even see all of him on the screen.
Need to clean up my desk for a second. You've seen this guy.
Yeah, but still on camera,
It's different.
it's different. I thought he was a big boy whenever I saw him in person.
And then
Now
you saw
it's
this
like-
one.
See, that one has me concerned because you won't talk to me about that one.
So just so you know, this model, size of everybody's models are this big. So this is the standard size of models that everybody's playing with.
Jesus. It's just a puppy.
So
If not friend, why friend shape?
Exactly. But that's not really front shaped. That's
So-
not
Could
front
be
shaped.
with a little training, he could be a good boy.
No. He got spikes. He no friend.
you know what's funny is ever since I bought that AK Interactive mud, the muddy ground
Mm-hmm.
for diorama, I don't want to use anything for basing ever.
I like they have a Mars one that I liked. Unfortunately I left it open too long and it dried out, but I was already near the end of it. It's a good base.
I
Good
did
basing.
I did use their snow, and it's kind of like playing with marshmallows, and it made these snow bases. And what I did is I covered it with a thing and then dusted it with the powder, and then went back and then put the regular on it, so it kind of made a like smooth on there. So it came out. So put that on there.
Nice.
Came out really nice. I like their snow.
Is that your corporate
Oh yeah,
mech?
yeah. It was my corporate mech. My shenanigan bullshitty mech.
They're all shenanigan bullshitty mechs. In some fashion. You just happen to be like, hey, I get the best of everything.
What was funny is whenever we were looking at it at Adepticon, Mizzy and I were looking at factions, I was like, I just like the style of this, and the Mizzy goes, that guy's got a chainsword and a shield. I want that one.
I saw a big glowy sword and I said, gimme.
Oh, the Zapu ones. I keep forgetting the
Yep.
names.
All right, so I'm gonna get some
I-
colors out.
So when those first came out, Mizzy, they came out as like gunslingers, like close combat gunslingers. So they were like really cool.
Nice.
All right.
And
Hard
then
to
there's the samurai looking, the silver samurai looking faction.
I see. I almost went with them, but there was not much to them.
No, they just are really dangerous in close combat. And they haven't released a full faction
Correct.
for them yet. So I think that'll probably be released for next Adepticon, because they were talking about releasing those, and then people were asking about the book more.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what pushed for the book.
Yeah. That is fair.
All right. So I also have. Oh, I need a gray. I have cobblestones on this one. So here's another model that I'm going to paint, and it's going to be quick and easy.
What color fur?
Oh, it's going to go black.
Yeah, okay.
Nuns with chainsaws. That's awesome, Michael.
I like. Are you talking about Necromunda?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like Necromunda. I really think it's a great game. I wish I could play it more. because I used to play Redemptionist, which was crazy priest with flamethrowers, and I love this shit. Necromunda was really fun, but getting
It's
people to
funny,
play
they're
games is an issue.
it's their specialty games do really well.
Yeah,
Like, there's no doubt about it. Like
yeah.
I say it. I don't like Blood Bowl personally. Go ahead, come at me at the comments, but it's just not my cup of tea. But people love it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's allowed to like what they like.
So, coming back from Adepticon, I've noticed that we got a lot of stuff going on, not only podcast wise. Hey John, Blood Bowl was favorite GW for a long time. Yeah, Blood Bowl was a lot of people's favorite.
Right. No, it's
It was a lot of things going on. I mean, there is not only do we have a bunch of sponsors coming in, a bunch of people we're talking to, a bunch of players, bunch of companies that we're going to have on, so on and so forth, but we also have a ton of projects. So let's count the game projects. Why is my camera way up there? Yeah, Blood Bowl is still super popular. Let's talk projects. We have a Warcrow. Okay, that we're always going to play.
And some of us have multiple Warcrow projects.
Yep, and multiple.
no idea what you're talking about.
I don't have a lot. I only working on dwarves right now because my elves are pretty much done. On top of that, we have StarCraft
Mhm.
coming in. We got all the StarCraft coming. We've already bought some of that stuff. No big deal.
I've got that stuff beside me so I can work on assembling that as well.
Yep.
I got Zeratul on the painting table. Yep.
I've got everything built, but I also got I got a paint scheme figured out. And then we have not only that, but we also have the Steel Rift that we're working on. Because Nestor, you're doing something else with Steel Rift besides just playing. What are you going to be doing with that?
I will hopefully be doing more demos of it coming real soon at conventions and such here in the Northeast. I'm hoping. But again, that's time pending. I didn't do my local convention this year, but the game stores love it. So
Yeah, I mean, whenever we did the demo at it and they told us the price point and we did the play value of it, I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is something we can get into because it was cheap and quick. And then I showed everybody I printed out the 3D terrain for it, and I was like, put it in its box, and I showed it to Missy and Erica, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yep, that's a table's worth of terrain.
That's the kind of terrain I like, though, because I am running out of room.
yes, I like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I mentioned. I forgot. It's still fresh in my head. I'm using the Steel Rift models for my panel lining class at Gen Con. So it'll be part of the class. So when you actually get your panel lining, you could actually use it on miniatures and not be like, how does this apply to real life painting and miniatures? So there you go. You'll be able to panel line a Steel Rift mech about the size, 6mm, 8mm model, on actually gets to use what you learned.
Well, and the thing is you can 3D. You're using your 3D printed versions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they do STLs on some of their models.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Which is good because it teases you just enough.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's the corporate faction and the starter faction.
Yeah.
and that's for 10 models of 8 STLs. So yeah.
Yeah, there is plenty, So I mean, Steel Rift. I mean, we're gonna play some games and do some little. I wouldn't say battle reports, but like Mizzy and I do, we do our battle discussions. We'll take pictures and such. Um, then on top of that, we uh, also have our in-person things. Like I says, Nestor, uh, not only Steel Rift, but you also have conventions.
Yeah.
Um, and that one you've actually kind of had to, I would say, not step aside, but actually take a little bit of a break and choose which ones to do and which ones not to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, not unfortunately, my daughter's graduating, so that, that is one that is a big milestone. That's that's what I call her becoming a full Jedi Knight. Um because it's different. When she graduated 8th grade, I got her her first Padawan lightsaber. And so
Oh
now
my god, Nestor, that's adorable.
now she's graduating to college, so I have to get her Jedi Knight lightsaber.
So you're gonna go
Um,
to like an actual get one that makes sound and all that stuff.
yes, yeah, her first Jedi saber does not make sounds. It does nothing special. It was just a Jedi saber. She picked the kind of like a jade color for her crystal, and now she gets to pick a full size lightsaber and with sound and everything. She gets to choose her kyber crystal again, and it'll probably change colors. It's probably want to be the RGB crystal, but it'll still be pretty cool. But yes, but she's graduating, so that I have to slim down my travels to conventions or uh, events that I would love to go to, but you know, I gotta focus on real life first.
What conventions did you have to say no to?
I was thinking of doing it's Kennedy Con in Cedar Rapids, where
Dipsword?
Scott Tipsword had mentioned. Unfortunately, I was thinking of going, and not unfortunately, but just the timing of it is so close right after Adepticon. I'm still financially recovering from that. And it's not a drive, right? It's not a 3 or 4 hour drive that I wouldn't mind doing.
Yeah.
Um, and I was thinking of doing the Krug, but that's more of an infinity event.
Yep.
But they had mentioned they were going to do a one night Warcrow event.
Yep.
So I just don't that those are off the cuff. There's probably others I'm just didn't even put on my radar.
Did
But I'll
you?
make for
What about? Didn't you used to do LVO?
no. So Charity had asked me to do LVO, and it was in October, and um, I knew because she had asked me this year to do LVO, and because my daughter's graduation and timing, I was not gonna have the PTO, the time off to go ahead and do that. So,
Well, yeah,
it's
because
fine.
there's also that people, you have to take time off because you have a normal job.
Yeah, and it's one of those where it's a 4 day convention. So I would have to leave, Wednesday afternoon. So I'm taking already 3 days for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I would probably leave Sunday early morning or Saturday night. So I don't have to take Monday off.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I would probably be dead Monday.
Yeah, that seems to be the kicker is doing all of that. Um, well, which is fine. There's not a big deal. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then what other games do we have? Oh, we also have Bushido
Mm-hmm.
that we have models for. We have
I have Relic Knights to paint.
we have Relic Knights that we still have and we still want to play because we like that game. So I mean, it's just a plethora of things that we have that
Yeah.
we just can't get to.
I mean, I got Magic the Gathering,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is not painting or anything, but it's still deck building. It's still inventory. Um, I mean, we all have Malediction, even if you guys have painted your stuff. I have not.
I haven't painted all of my
I,
Um,
malediction. No, but we have malediction also.
yep.
all my boys are gray right now, Nestor. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, like my Order of the Sphere was gray that I used, and part of the Legion of the Fallen was semi gray. Um, and those are just the four starter armies that I have. I have to print out the other two starter armies and uh Gundam Assemble. I have those models to paint up for come October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
there's a ton of stuff that we have and a
Hmm.
ton of stuff that we have to do. Um, and so I was I was sitting down today to look at stuff and work on things, and I was like, I don't have the fucking time, even though like I am not working, but I was like, I got too many because we also have games that video games we want to play, aka I still have Crimson Desert that I'm working on, and then we have Mizzy forced me to get Windrose, and so now we're playing
I didn't
Pirate.
force you to do anything.
Hey yo,
This is a consensual situation
hey
here.
yo, that's not what I heard.
And with our Windrose server, she demanded that we have that, and I was like, okay.
Make me out to be the bad guy. It's fine. Everybody knows the truth.
So it just so many things have just come up for us to do, not only as podcasts but also as people, because we have so many things going on. So how are we going to handle all this, guys? I mean, Nestor's rich, so I mean he can just pay someone to do all of his stuff if he really wants. But I'm Poe. Mizzy, how about you? Are you rich enough to pay someone to have you do all your models?
Fuck no.
I like how you think I'm rich. That's not anywhere near accurate.
Yeah, we always joke.
Because if that was the case, I wouldn't worry about PTO. I'd be like, I'm out, bitches.
See, here's the thing, Nestor. You're rich in the fact that you can take time off, you can fly instead of drive, and you got options. You're
That is
option
okay.
rich.
Okay, option rich is a different story. Like me and Michelle were already thinking of we were driving to Gen Con this year because um yeah, flying is just so much of a hassle.
Flying, I mean, and the thing is it's almost about the same price value nowadays.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's the whole process of flying nowadays is not good. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second. Nestor, I want you to talk about how you're going to have to, because not only do you have to get ready for Gen Con, you've got
Mm-hmm.
to get set for Adepticon next year already. Go ahead and talk
Mm-hmm.
about how you prioritize that, because I have to use the hair dryer, so I'm going to turn off my microphone real quick.
Oh, no worries.
Go ahead.
So I mean for Gen Con I had to um we were at Adepticon. At once a convention has started, my mindset is on to the next convention. I've mentioned that in the past.
Mhm.
Um, so while we were out to dinner, and she's a logistics person like I am, better at it than I am. She and I were talking like, okay, we need to get. I think it's better to drive to Gen Con so that way I can because packing all my stuff for Adepticon for my classes was a pretty heavy suitcase.
Hmm.
Um, and I've already put my stuff for Gen Con in a bin that I could put in the back seat of my car, and still half the bin is empty. Um, and compared to like packing it on a suitcase, half my suitcase is already full and leaves me no space for clothes. Um, so thankfully, it looks like it's all gonna work out. I just have to be patient. um, but while at Adepticon, I was already discussing with Charity and Travis and everybody who, all the volunteers and the people who run Adepticon, which it is already uh, it's beyond the amount of work I would expect. But um, I was already talking about like how I'm going to have to do it next year. Um, what classes and like um expanding my customizing class, and do I expand my weathering class? Do I add more classes and such and such? Because if you don't start thinking about it now, by the next thing you know it's August, and that's when we have to give our information for Adepticon. So we don't get a full year of sitting on our ass and trying to think what we're gonna do. We only get a few months in
See,
between
I
the
actually
two
thought
hosts.
about teaching at Adepticon at one point, just to do a little extra and talk about 3D printing and stuff that I could that I can speak about. And then I was like, I don't have time.
Yeah,
I don't have time, literally.
yeah. I was thinking of doing an RPG
I was thinking about that
at
too.
yeah, and yeah, because you had mentioned it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do a Daggerheart game, so that way he doesn't have all that pressure on his back. Um, I'd
And
be like,
then you
look,
realize how much pressure you have already.
yeah, yeah, and I didn't even tell that to Michelle. It was like, oh yeah, I was thinking about doing an RPG, because she would have just given me that look of like, no, nice try. Uh,
They said, "Nuh-uh."
Nuh-uh, that's not happening. But yeah, it's a lot of work to plan out these events. Um, and like I mentioned, we, Charity, I think, sends out the questionnaire. Okay, so Gen Con was end of July. She must have sent it out like middle of July, because she still remembered I said no, I couldn't teach at Adepticon this year. And then she found me.
And then she corrected that.
And then she was
And
like,
then
no.
she's like, "You're the only Gundam person. Get your ass to Mars." Um, but yeah, like you planned that out, and then on top, so yeah, so I have to plan out Adepticon. Sorry, yeah, and so I have to plan out Adepticon by middle of July. I have to tell her what classes I'm planning, because it gets approved in January.
Hmm.
So she has to do all this logistic work for the classes, on top of the other sponsors and vendors like Atomic Mass Games, Army Painter, all these other companies that want to teach for themselves. So she has to book rooms for them. She has to book rooms for the teachers. Hopefully, we get an expansion of we get expansions for the rooms. So, but at the same time, I'm worrying about Gen Con because it hasn't happened yet. And you can ask Tips. You can ask Tipsword. You can ask Michelle. You guys know I get into that panic attack mode. Where I'm thinking nobody's going to show up to my class. I'm not going to get paid. I'm going to make a fool out of myself. Almost 8 years later, Maury Povich has proven that's not true. but it is teaching classes is difficult. Um, I've mentioned that, and I'm going to keep mentioning that teaching classes. So, once you get to the convention, you're fine. It's that thought process of none of my classes are going to sell out, sorry, not sell out, but they're not going to sell. Um, and I've had that happen, and you just have to get back on the horse and keep and learn and keep writing. Um, or you shoot the horse and you make glue. So
You do, and you need glue for crafting.
yes, you get
So
really thin cement glue for plastic miniatures. Horrible, horrible person.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we have to do, and a lot of stuff we're thinking about doing, and in a time where everything is spur of the moment or last of the moment or whatever, because we don't know what's going to happen day to day
Yeah.
type stuff. I'm spending 4 to 5 hours a day looking for a job, and then trying to make sure that my brain doesn't go crazy from it, and then trying to find a little time for some hobbying so I can have keep myself sane a bit type thing. And then not that I wouldn't say the podcast is hard, or the networking and all the stuff we do for this is hard, but we want to make sure that we're doing stuff and bringing things to people and posting and everything else. And I looked at all my projects and I was like, oh crap, I've got a lot on my plate right now. I need to just slow down and work on things that I need to work on, put some things on a back burner. I mean, Mizzy would stop forcing me to play Windrose, that would help out a little bit, but that's just Mizzy because it's all pirate shit. So
I would almost believe that if I didn't see the Discord, you know, Discord and group chats that are going around. Mr. Tricorn hat about and your damn cat.
he has multiple cats, and
Do
that
you?
takes time.
Yes, crazy cat captain.
Yeah, the Crimson Desert thing is actually pretty good. But I mean, just getting through everything, because we want to build our models, we want to play our games, we
Mhm.
want to get everything done, but then you got to think, I still have to work, I still have to get things going, I have to do X, Y, Z. There's just a lot of things I have to keep going. Mizzy, you're working, and you've got 75 models to paint minimum. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Are you doing anything besides just shit? I just got to get through it.
Um, it's it really depends on the day and like how stressful it is. So like if it's I try to take it in chunks when it gets to be too much, I feel like. So
Mhm.
like if I feel like I just need to zone out and be a pirate, then I'm going to do that. If I need to, you know, do something with my hands to make me feel less anxious, then I'm going to work on models like assembling or priming or something like that. So it's taking everything and making it not overwhelming and breaking it into little chunks.
That works. Yeah, like
Michael, I have learned over the last 2 nights that I do in fact need sleep. Otherwise, I will stay up until 2 a.m. playing pirates and then wake up at like 2 feeling like I'm hungover.
yeah.
So let's not do that. Missy needs sleep. Missy's not gonzo.
Yeah, it was. I had actually logged off a little early one night. I would say early. It was midnight, and Mizzy's like, "I think I'm gonna play, Windrose a little bit
I'm just
more."
I'm just gonna keep playing. It'll be fine. I wanted to some exploring. Next thing I know, it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh shit, I have wrecked myself. I
I
should go to
I
bed.
I had did that with WoW.
Oh yeah.
So many times. And that was the only game I did that with. I was really big into playing WoW when uh when Sophie was born. Because I did not do gaming until after my daughter was born. Um I was into role playing, and that didn't require me coming leaving my house often. They would come over to my house.
Well, and also, you couldn't just play whenever you wanted. You
Yes.
had to get everybody together, so that was a time that you didn't have to worry about that so much.
Yeah. I mean, right when my daughter was born, I started getting back into role playing. Um, that's where I met Ariel and other people, and um, it was we would meet weekly, and that was actually pretty cool when we would meet weekly like that. Um, yeah, it was kind of awkward. Like, wait, we meet weekly on a Monday and we play really for 3 hours? That's unheard of. Like,
Nowadays, yeah.
Couldn't be
like
me.
you're a witch. Um,
What is this witchcraft and why won't you share it?
right? But also it. I mean, it was very time consuming, right? So every Monday, get there at 7 o'clock, so I'd have to come back from work. And I was working at the city, so I'd get home at like 6 o'clock, eat dinner, barely spend time with my wife at the time, which there are reasons why she is now ex-wife. Um, these are a couple of them. Um, I'm far from perfect, so um, it's that time consuming issue
Yeah.
eats into your personal time, and you're just like, oh, why am I constantly fighting with my significant other? Um, that can happen, and people don't realize that. So
Yeah, because I mean, you do have to take time away from your hobby because real life is more important, no matter what we say.
yep,
Because if you don't, you get other issues that come up,
yeah,
aka you get real life partners going, "What the fuck, dude?"
yeah. Yeah, that becomes an issue where you're just like, I'm spending too much time with XYZ doing XYZ, going to XYZ convention, not paying attention to, real life partners and real life in general. And because you hate your job and you're using your hobby to, you know, to
Escape.
cope. Yeah.
Yep.
To
Well, that's
and
another
I
reason why we have the. I wouldn't say we have the podcast. It's another reason why we do this is because this is a scheduled time. We all get together. We all just take a little break, and it's like I can hold off on this project until the podcast. AKA, I can hold off on painting these because these are really quick and easy because I'm just going to do a speed paint on most of them,
Mhm.
and I can do them during the podcast because it's brain dead basically.
Yeah.
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain activity. I mean, these models that I'm painting for the Draw Steel campaign and such, they just need to look decent at the table. And really, I could probably just have had primered gray models and everybody at the table would have been fine. They wouldn't
Yeah.
have cared. But
You would have.
I wouldn't. But that's just, how
I would
things are.
judge you so hard.
Dead.
I'm going to get dead anyway. Your point.
Like she's like, if I'm gonna go dead, then might as well have an excuse.
Fuck it, we die.
Yeah, Missy, the officers, while they look like a pain in the ass, they actually come together pretty smooth.
Okay. How are the eyeballs on the one guy tutor?
Uh, that one
Yeah.
easy. It's already on the arm, so you don't have to. You don't have to build it out.
Do you know how fucking happy that makes me?
Yeah,
I saw
and
those eyeballs and I said, "Shit."
that was the first thing I asked Tipsword was like, "Hey, who do I add? Who can I add to the Liberated to as characters?" And he didn't. I don't think he wasted a single beat. He was like tutor. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah. Tutor's a badass. I'm planning on using him too.
yeah. I was bugging him because I was like, wait, so you get the spell and you get if you're charged, you can stand and shoot. He's like, yeah. I was like, what if you get a spell that allows you when you uh fail your willpower test to be charged? So can you do the spell and stand and shoot? He's like, name one magic user that does that. I was like, dude, I'm just thinking about the future. He's like, stop that. Stop, don't think like that.
But
Like,
that's how
right,
we find things.
right. But then I put it in his head. I was like, but it's in your head now.
And then you ask yourself, what would Gonzo do with this information?
Right. Like I'm not playtesting, but I'm giving you some help here. So I think I broke him on that question though.
It happens.
But yeah, like I've been painting malediction models, 2 or 3 models at a week, and that's been fun. That's been a lot of fun. Because it's not for a tournament. It's not for me to play professionally or at a convention or anything like that or Adepticon or anything. It's just so I have a fully painted army
Well, that
and
looks
then
decent.
and it looks good and
Hmm.
I'll paint another fully painted army and then that way when I do demos I have because people have interested have that's the other thing. I was talking about malediction at my local one of my local game stores, and they're like, "Oh man, we would love to get demos of it." Blah, blah. I'm like, "Oh shit, what I do?" Oh,
Yeah.
And you said, here we go.
yep, pretty much.
So when too much of that happens, when can you say no? Like,
If
You can say no
if
whenever you want.
yeah, it's actually following through with the no.
Yes.
Um, I I was one of the original 50 war cores for Infinity. Um, circa 2014, 2015. Uh, so there was maybe 100, but 50 were in the United States. So I I mean you guys know I was running events. I did Gen Con, I did, all these events to try to run tournaments. And then when you feel that burnout of like you hate waking up a day of an event that you set up and you just feel sick, that's time to stop. When you're not enjoying it anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, because
And I know that
if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you either A, need to take a break or stop.
right.
There is no
Now mind
ands
you,
or buts about it.
I was also going through a divorce. So at that same time, I'm not mentally well. I'm not there I can't run an event.
Yeah.
My mind is not there.
Yeah.
Um, and some people recover from that, some people don't. And there's nothing wrong with just bowing out and never playing that game again.
Yeah. If you're not enjoying what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
stop.
Yes. Stop.
And not stop as in quit, but you can stop and take a break
Mm-hmm.
and come back. but definitely stop. Say, hey, I need to either take a break or stop completely. Type thing. And that's where I've had to take, priorities on certain things. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm gonna set this aside, put it over here, let it sit, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Type thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't
No.
I despise when people say, "Well, why'd you do that for? You could have kept going." No, you don't know other person's mindset. No one said that to me, by the way. No one said, "Oh, Ness, that's dumb. You could just kept going." I had a very supportive group of people, to keep me sane, keep me mentally stable when I just didn't want to run events anymore. They were like, "Yo, do your thing. We'll be here when you get there, and we'll be here if you need to talk." And that's important.
Oh yeah. If you have someone, if you have a group of friends or people that are like, no, you have to keep going. You have to keep doing this. You have to keep doing this. You have to keep doing this. That's something you need to talk about. You need to either let them know, hey, really, no, it's not, or B, find out if that's somebody you want to, still hang out with or do stuff with,
Yeah.
type thing. And that's important because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, but also find out why. Is it just you need a break, or are you having like other issues? Because
Mm-hmm.
as Michael said, we're in a dumpster fire of a dumpster fire that's on fire.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Yeah. And so if you're not having fun doing something, you need to find out. You need to move on.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong about uh, uh, moving on either.
No.
I loved playing 40K. That was my first tabletop game. Um, and I stay getting caught into trying to play it. Just recently with 10th edition. I think I maybe played one game a night. I think I completely skipped the eighth. But I've been playing since fifth. So not long,
Mhm.
compared to some. But I keep I keep telling myself, nah, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, look, Dark Angels. Like,
Ooh, Black Templars.
ooh, Black Templars, right? Like me and Gonzo both got Black Templars and Tyranids. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, it
Nerds.
was. And the thing is I love the Black Templar models. I think they're awesome, but it's not a game that I enjoy playing. Even they're trying to the new 11th edition coming out and all that good stuff and everything. Fine, I get it, but I'm just like, I have too much on my plate and it's too small.
Yeah.
So I have to like just not worry about it. Everybody says, why don't you play Horus Heresy? I'm like, that's still a ton of money I'm about to spend
Yeah.
that I do not have anymore.
Okay. So, not to go completely off topic, but the fact that the Malediction starter boxes are $70. You get two full armies.
3D, yeah, it's 3D Pentium. Don't forget about that. It has to be
You
3D
got to
printed.
3D print them, but you don't have to.
No, because you can do the standees on some of them.
Yeah. But you
Mhm.
could also buy the 3D printed models already for, I think it's like $140. And you get all the models, all the cards. I don't know about the terrain. I didn't see if it came with the terrain.
You get cardboard terrain.
Okay. Which is completely legal in their
Yeah.
tournaments,
Yep.
right?
And better for travel.
Yes. Um, Compared to $150 gets you a command, what is it, the whatever those starter boxes for
The combat patrol.
combat patrol, and you still have to spend another $400 or $500
Easily.
easily, and that's being generous on the cost, because if you're playing Tyranids, or if you're playing Gene Stealer cults or anything like that, it's not going to be
Mhm.
that cheap.
Well, what I
No.
thought was weird was, going with that whenever StarCraft was doing their promotions, hey, pick this stuff up, and they were saying the price value, and people were like, this is the cost of GW, and I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, because the starter boxes are 1,000 points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 1,000 point arm. The combat patrol is maybe 500, and the combat patrols are more expensive than the Protoss starter box.
Yeah. I thought that was weird that some people were complaining. I was like, "Oh, not GW pricing on models."
Okay. Is the other model?
Master Mayo, yeah. I want
And
her.
yeah, it looks weird building it as a kind of a jigsaw puzzle,
Yeah.
but it comes out really well. So Tutor as a Silecast, not bad at all. Really, really well done.
Okay,
Um,
good. He's Silecast.
yeah, he's Silecast, but not bad. And then was this forgot the
Master Mayo.
yeah, what's the other Unicool? The Unicool one is
Oh, yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta be patient on the drawing. But other than that, and the Liberated, I don't know if you've built the Liberated yet.
I have not bought the Liberated yet. It was in my
Yes.
shopping cart and then got pushed to the back burner because reasons.
I need
Because
to
life.
because life. I need to talk to James Chavot of Interstellar Games about the support box. Because I don't know how I got the officers box and how to get two officers and not one support. And I checked the receipt, and it is an officer's box, so that's on me. So
Oh, did you
Oops.
accidentally order two?
I ordered. Yeah, I came and I was like, wait, why do I have? Where's the support box? I was like,
Because Nessie
wait,
was a dork.
Nessie wants support box, because the supports were the new models. I tried. Me and Michelle were talking about Warcrow, and um, she was just like, the cards look like they have so much information on them, so it kind of not scared her away. She was just like, I want something simple to be for my first game. I was like, okay, that's very valid. Like,
Yeah.
It was
I can
intimidating.
see it.
it is intimidating. Work, uh, it is not a beginner, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not knocking it if it's not a beginner friendly game. It's a lot of information out the box, literally out the songs of the North.
Yeah.
And that's the easy game. Like,
Yeah, you have to
All right.
always gotta check on that stuff.
officers liberated.
All right, Nestor. Don't be me. If you plan on hand priming the stalkers for Protos, do it when they're not glued together. Because this is a pain.
I told you to do that, to not do that.
I don't listen.
I know.
And I have to learn things the hard way.
Oh yeah.
So the not the stalker, the Goliath. When I'll probably build that this week. I've been kind of slacking on building my Terran Marines and my Goliath, mostly because it does me no good. They're not here yet, so like,
Yeah.
I want them now. Um,
Which
as
they should be shipping soon-ish.
soon, TM.
Yeah. Well, they said that it'll be sometime in April, May. So
Which is fine because I think I'm gonna be completely built on my Scions. Um, although this other one just really freaks me out. Kitsmalu.
Oh, get Malu the mole.
Yeah, the perfect one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This one just is like really weird.
He's gorgeous. What are you talking about?
No, the model building. Like it's another Unicool. Sorry,
Oh.
another Siocast.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not. Some of them are really good, and then some of them are like, what the hell? Like, why? Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Well, I think the whole Siocast or anybody using Siocast is pretty much done and over with. Um, I don't think anybody's using Siocast anymore.
I haven't heard. I remember there were a few Adepticons, like they were big Adepticon
Yeah,
a couple years
but
back.
but they weren't there this year, and pretty much everybody that's either used Siocast or were going to use Siocast has kind of stopped using Siocast. So I mean, I haven't heard of a lot of people using it anymore.
Hmm. I mean that, and I know Corvus Belly, switched over to Unicool. Uh, I was kind of hoping that, man, it's a wish list, but I think one of the wish list I was hoping was that they would redo some of the armies in the future, like when they do re-releases. They like Corvus Belly tends to do every so often. Um, that they would be Unicool. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because eventually they're going to have to reprint
yeah,
stuff
they're gonna
because
have
Yeah.
of
to.
demand.
Hmm. Like the hegemony starter, the action pack.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's either you create a new action pack with new models, which is it could happen if they do a new book. Um, like here's the new hegemony starter box. And those are all Unicool, right? But um, like how they do with the left and so on. So it's a possibility. Yeah, I think the Northern Tribes in Unicool would look so good. Um, because Northern Tribes in Siocast did not look good, in my opinion.
They
Except
they're okay. They okay.
they are good models,
You
but
can't
you
fault the models for their poor material.
no, because when you put them together and you fill in the gaps and you paint them really good, they look good.
Hmm.
But I shouldn't have to work so hard. Um, I did that with enough with metal models from GW. I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, valid. And same. I don't want to work that hard.
Yeah. All
But
right.
now we have Unicool, so everything's
Yes.
great.
Yeah, the liberated Unicool. Oh, so good. Of course, unfortunately, one of the bits is bendy. So I gotta fix that.
One of the tentacles or
Oh no, the tentacles being bendy wouldn't scare me. But maybe. The one of the weapon shafts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like when I first got into
Yeah.
Infinity and all the models were metal, and it was kind of like a turnoff, and then eventually they got better. When they first came in with like Operation Ice Storm and such, I was like, man, these are really good models. They can't make them any better, and they did. And and then you get the next starter box, and you're like, man, they can't make any better. Oh, and they do. They do. So,
So
do
is
you
anybody?
guys?
Go ahead.
No. So do you guys, when you guys get overwhelmed, do you have like a support structure they reach out to, or do you
I'm
do
a
what I
guy.
do?
No.
I was gonna say, or do you do what I do and just go in the shower and cry? Um,
Yes. The answer is yes.
the answer is yes. Good.
Support system. it always reminds me, there's that one reel is like this girl is saying how she was talking to her partner and is like, do you have anybody that you talk to whenever like something goes wrong or whatever? Like, oh, like what do you do? Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's it's a thing.
It's a DUN.
It is a thing like that. I wish it wasn't, but it is.
Yeah, and it's something that we, as not only just be you and right here, but as a society, we work on that. We need to be able to.
Yeah.
We need to say it's okay. Missy,
Conceal, don't feel.
are you seeing something?
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What are you seeing?
Yep. I see werewolves
Why would you?
because they scary. And I'm sure we're gonna have a full moon to deal with.
Mm.
Some lycanthropy.
There's a interesting way they do werewolves.
Well, hurry up and get it painted, and you'll find out this next week.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna do just a black one that way it kind of didn't have to.
Because it looks cool, or because you don't have enough time to do anything else.
No. Oh, look.
Both. The answer is both.
See, that's the answer I was looking for, Nestor, but Gonzo over there.
I was just kind of
It's
I
fine.
was working on it, and I was like, I don't want to do brown work. Horrible. And people are werewolves. Yeah.
Do you though?
But he is scary. That's the problem. He was scary unpainted. Now he's gonna be scary.
This thing reminds me of uh Duke Leto the third. The second, sorry. He's like half he's like half worm.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you've read Dune, any of the Dune books, spoilers, one of them becomes like a hybrid of the worm from Arrakis. Um, and he like prevents space travel. He enslaves mankind for like God, I want to say 35,000 years, but it's really like 3,500 years. He becomes like the emperor of 40K. Like he's like, nah, you guys can't travel. F you guys.
Rude.
He is. He's very rude.
Did I put drool on him?
You're going to put drool?
Should I put?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Go for it. Have fun.
Or do worse.
That's pretty much that's done. I mean, it's just quick and easy. Not a big deal. Nothing to worry about. I mean, it's
He
got
painted the best.
just something simple, quick, and easy. I'm gonna paint the bases. Get that going. Yeah, it's kind of stupid that that we do that, but that's just kind of how it is. We are shitty to ourselves
Mm-hmm.
type thing, and we should be able to call anybody at any time. And I tell people that I'm like, you want to talk, you can do that, but some people still don't do it, and that's just kind of how we are.
I give you guys, and I do the same with another chat group that I talk to. Like vent session. Like I just warn. I'm like venting, because
Yes.
it's those things. Sometimes you're just like, ugh, what the hell?
Yeah, I've also learned to. Are you venting, or do you need me to help you with something?
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's, I just need to vent.
Right. I need to vent. Like
I don't
I.
need you to fix it. I just need you to listen.
Mhm.
Just let me yell at the void for a minute.
Tell
Yeah.
me I'm not crazy. Thank you.
Or go ahead and tell me I'm crazy. And then we're fine.
React appropriately.
Yes. What's the appropriate reaction? You'll know. If you're my friend, you'll know. My bullshit is your bullshit.
Facts. And that's why we have each other to call her out on our bullshit.
Mhm.
You up in your fields feeling like an imposter? Bitch, please.
Or like, I remember not calling Nestor out, but he was like, I got to do this, this, and this, and I said, do you have time for that? He was like, fuck you guys.
He
And I was
wasn't
like,
wrong.
do you have time? Because you and I have a hard time saying no to helping some people.
Yeah.
And I was like, do
Yeah.
you have time?
Yep. And that's a thing.
Is that on your your
And
ability to do?
Michelle's really good about that too. She's like, do you really have the time for that?
Well, I
Like
think it came down to us also when you were asked to do LVO, and I was like, do you have time for LVO?
Oh,
yeah. And that was it was a wise, which is why I have a support structure like that without me having to like call. But still, it's like it's important to talk it out. Some people keep it in their mind and they're like, yeah, it'll be fine. And then they try to do it and they've overdone it.
and it's like, oh shit, this is not fine.
Yeah. And you're like, shit, I have to spend $800 on a flight and hotel that I can't do this year. Like, oh snap.
That's another thing is money wise. Like I'm looking at stuff, and I was like, somebody asked if I could go to a convention, and I'm like, I can't afford that because you look at it, and I think that's where in the next year or so, conventions people are going to decide one, maybe two conventions a year, large. I mean, I can go to my local comic event, and because it's like $15 to get in, and I don't spend a hotel room or fly or drive or do any of that stuff, which is not a problem. But I mean, I'd love to go to Gen Con. I'd love to go to LVO. I'd love to go, keep going to Adepticon. Keep that one's always one I'm going to go to. Hit all these other ones, or get asked to go to XYZ Con, and I'm like, I just can't. I
Mm-hmm.
can't justify that cost because there's just some stuff that, especially even if I was still, you know, employed and I had the time off, I'm like, that's everything's cost way too much now.
Yeah.
Gas is still almost $5 a gallon in places.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we've kind of talked about this too about talking about going to Reaper, even though it's like 4 or 5 hours away. Even last year, we were like, we can't afford it just because hotels alone are outrageous down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted to go to Gamehole Con this year. That was the one that we wanted to hit because it's an RPG convention, and we want to hit an RPG convention, and well, that's just not possible.
Yeah, and like I was thinking, oh, you know what? I'll do PAX Unplugged, and the only reason I can do PAX Unplugged is because Michelle's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm staying at my girlfriend's house. She liked going, but it wouldn't be like an all weekend thing. It's like, oh, there, I'm going. We'll go Saturday. We'll hang out. We'll say hi to everybody we know, and then we're gonna go get some Philly cheesesteaks.
Sounds
Yeah.
so good,
It really is.
man. And you know what's funny is I've always wanted to come up and visit you and go with you, and the convention I would go to would be PAX. I would come for
Mm-hmm.
PAX, and then we could hang out and do things, and then whatever. And I even looked at the flight at one point. I was like, "How much is the flight?" Because Ness would let me stay with him. I wouldn't have to worry
Yeah,
about
that's
the
easy
hotel.
enough. That's easy enough. It's more of the flight, right?
Yeah,
And unless you book on a Tuesday, I think it is, some off day.
yeah. Because just for shiggles, what airport would I have to come into?
You're so I would prefer either Westchester, White Plains, or Westchester County, uh, Westchester Airport, International Airport, or LaGuardia, because they're both less of a hassle to drive to. Um, and then you're either way, you're like 30 to 40 minutes from my house. So then, pending schedule, I'd be able to pick you up. So,
All right.
um,
So when is PAX? Just whatever.
PAX, I believe it's in, I want to say December.
Okay. So let's just say
Oh, I was way off. No, that's PAX West. December 4th through the 6th.
okay. So you'd have to come in at least on the Thursday,
Yep.
leave on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
minimum. All right. Let's see. Round trip, coming in on the 3rd, leaving on the 7th. Let's see how much that. $400.
That's actually not bad.
So let's change that trip time to a Wednesday. And then also, I'm going to change, go from X and A. $380.
Yeah. So it's doable. It's just your schedule, right? And if you're
Yep.
working, can you take the time off now, right? So now it's one of those, like, it may not happen for 2026, but if you want to make it happen for 2027, it's doable.
So even if I were to do like a Wednesday to Tuesday, 355, leaving on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That way I could get that. And that's
Yeah.
actually a non-stop. That's actually not bad. X and A to LaGuardia, non-stop,
Yeah.
355.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
3-hour flight.
I mean, if unfortunately, I would
That's actually
say
not
you
bad.
could, if we, you know, if you're not opposed to sleeping on an air mattress in Michelle's living room, uh, then you could also fly to Philadelphia straight. Um,
But I mean, if you think about it, that's roughly $400 because you got all the tax and all the other crap that's got to be put on
mm-hmm.
there. $400, no big deal. Handle that. That's not bad. Then you got to spend food.
Yes.
Then you got to spend, if you want to buy anything, Then you
Think
gotta
just double, just whatever you spend on Adepticon, think is exactly the same.
yeah, and then you got to think about also food, travel, purchasing
Mm-hmm.
on top of that. I mean, because even though you could come and pick me up at the airport, that cuts down on whatever. That's we could easily go $1,000, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you got to have buy the ticket to PAX.
Yep. Which is not too expensive if you get for the weekend, but it's also, let's be real. It's a tabletop role playing, uh, tabletop gaming convention, which is our crack.
Mhm.
But you still have to, you're roughly going to be thinking conservatively and just be on the safe side, $1,000
Yeah.
easily to do a convention nowadays. And that's not even talking about hotel, because hotels are even worse now.
Yeah.
Adepticon was 150 a night, which isn't bad. We were able to split it between 3 people, but I'm sure that's going to go up. I mean, I don't even know what the hotel cost for Gen Con is nowadays.
I thankfully don't know. Um, but it was about 180 per night last I checked. And that was on being on the safe side. And yeah, Mizzy, they came out pretty good.
Beautiful.
And so my suggestion is do the back cape first before you glue the legs.
Okay.
Because the legs have to go uh in front of a piece that's on one of the back cape.
Gotcha.
Back.
So,
Yeah.
if you're in chat, what did you work on today? I was kind of curious. I haven't seen anybody say what they've been working on. I know Michael's been working on terrain. Anybody else been working on anything? Hey, I see Big Jim Slate's in there. He's been partying it up and didn't even say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lurkin.
Hey Ford, you got to get me. You got to get together and teach me how to play Bushido. Jeez.
If it's the Ford I'm thinking of, he is teaching at Gen Con, I think, this year.
Trying not to
There's a
bring down the
lot.
property values.
But that's why you have ridiculous real estate. You leave the property
Mhm.
value there.
Oh my god, I think I built all my scions up to date besides my double officer's box.
Very
trying, to,
nice.
trying to figure out what skin color I want to paint on my hill giant. That I'm gonna be.
Uh
I think I'm gonna go with this goddess glow.
yeah, I saw that. That you know what it reminds me of? Bugman's glow.
Is it? Is
Um,
it like a brown? I just put a little
it's
bit.
it's a very reddish brown.
Yeah. I like to use that as like an overtone on the reds that I'm using.
Mm-hmm. It's a good red wash. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
you thin it down, it becomes like a good red glaze.
Hmm.
Big Jim says, try not to bring down property values. Also, actually lurking while redesign OBS layouts. Fun. Ford Fitch. Okay, I'm still learning myself, but we can work up a time to give it a shot. No big deal. I'm not in a rush or anything.
That's how I did Malediction today. Like I did the play by play from
What time is it? Oh, we only have like 4 minutes left. Damn. I'm gonna hold off on doing that because I want to do all the skin at once, or do all the skin one time. But I did get the werewolf. Oh, I just pulled the werewolf off the base.
Oof.
It is not fun. Yeah, especially if you're gonna be using any stream element stuff and you got to set all that up.
Mm-hmm.
Always fun. Good thing is it's OBS, and it's not other things that are that used to be a whole lot worse. Back when we all first started streaming, man, that was a chore.
Yeah, I joined just when OBS was coming out, so it's fun.
It's a little bit easier than it was when we first started doing this crap. Because we didn't have OBS, we had to do other things, and it first started streaming
Back in your day.
back in my day.
My day. Oh, I sent out finally the box to Seth, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When did you
He
send
should
that
get
out?
He should sent it out yesterday. He should get it Tuesday.
All right, I'll send him a message and let him know.
Yeah, I sent out a bunch of stuff for consignment. 'Cause yeah, like you mentioned, when you have too much stuff, you have to do something with it.
Yeah.
And again, time is a commodity for some of us. I do not have the time or the patience to sit and put stuff on, Facebook Marketplace or eBay and then ship it out and
Yep.
nope.
No time. It took me quite a while to sell all my stuff, even though the War Machine is getting popular. It still was hard for me to sell all my War Machine stuff. It was hard to sell my 40K stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I sent out all my stuff that was, unfortunately, as much as I love Shatterpoint playing it, I just don't have the bandwidth.
that's another thing.
I sent out all my unopened boxes for that for Warhammer, Warhammer and Shatterpoint and the Chibi Marvel game.
Oh yeah, Marvel Unlimited. I think.
Marvel Unlimited. Like, as much as I love those models, let's be real. I don't have the bandwidth to paint 3,000 chibis.
Nope.
Like, nope. I will sell them and use them for other mini games. That's the vicious cycle we have.
Yeah, that's
We have
kind
to
of the
accept
thing.
it.
That's the reason why we were talking about what we can purchase, and I'm like, I don't have a problem buying small miniature games, 5, 10 models. I'm okay with that. Did kind of break the rule when it came to StarCraft, but hey, it's StarCraft. Hey, look, it's my cockroach.
See, that's
I
it's
really like how those
StarCraft.
wings came out.
Yeah, those wings pop so well.
Yeah, it was funny is this is the actual model. And I thought about leaving those glossy, clear plastic wings. And then I was like, nope, just going to paint over them. And I did it in, of course, a white. And this is all speed paint. With a little bit of touch up of white and dots of green, for that. And that was just quick and easy just to get out. I was like, I just need to.
Yeah, all the malediction stuff has been speed paints or army paints or paints, right? Because that's kind of the goal I gave myself. It's like, okay, keep it to just army painter product, to prove a point to myself and to the fact that they trusted us with stuff. So it's like, okay, this is what we have. And I think I was like, oh, I really want to get a matte white and a matte black. And I was like, I really don't need that because the speed black is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to make a gray, I have an ivory from the John Blanche set. It works out really well. And I don't really highlight in white.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
I can highlight an off white and I'll be fine.
everything's going to be painted like that. And I've decided I'm not going to do a basing. The bases are actually textured. So you can see it. And so,
nice.
yeah, the bases are actually textured. So when you do a speed paint into it, it just sits in those recesses, and then you could, if you really need to, you could dry brush it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I will wait until the Zerg come out with their own starter box.
A lot of people are doing that. There's a lot of people
Mhm.
that if they can't find someone to share it with, they're just gonna.
Yeah, like the Terran Marines was an easy. Yes, I'll take care of that. But I did get the Protoss on my own because Protoss are cool.
Mhm.
But Zerg, man, it's how hard. How do you not play all three factions? You had to play all three factions in the video game, so
I will say that when I put these together, these are the best miniatures I've put together in my entire life. They came together so well. They were engineered near perfect. They were done very, very well.
Zeratul reminded me of an Eldar character to put together.
I mean, they went together fast.
Mhm.
They were engineered really well. Everything was just great on that. So, well, guys, we are actually past our time. We appreciate you doing this. Just a reminder, guys, if you need someone to talk to, we're always here. You can find us on Discord, messages on Facebook. Most of you know our real names and find us on Facebook. Or you can just go to the More Than Dice one and message us there. If you just really need someone to talk to, hang out with, we're always, if I'm at my computer, I'm 99% in Discord, even if I'm working on, finding a job, I just put myself in there. There's many times we've been in there and people have come in and say, hey, just wanted to talk. Just, I'm out doing things and I needed, I'm out on a business trip. I have no one else to talk to. I'm on my business trip, but I'm in a hotel room, and I'm like, fine, that's not a big deal. We haven't got a problem with that. But as usual, as always, we appreciate you. We thank you for listening. Please take care of yourself out there. For More Than Dice, I'm Gonzo.
I'm Izzy.
I'm Nessie.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to More Than Dice, making the world a better, nerdier place, one dumb joke at a time. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more nerdy action or to connect with your hosts, check them out on Facebook.com/morethandice and Twitch.tv/more_than_dice. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay proud, and we'll see you soon on the More Than Dice podcast.